Chris here from 7th Axis Racing, and welcome to my 1983 build of a Lada Neva. Now, this is our latest project. This is going to be my new daily. So I want to build it, I want to restore it, I'm not going to modify it, and we're just going to have this. It's not going to be in mint showroom condition. This is quite literally just a road registerable build. So we're going to neaten it up. It's got some body damage, it's got a little bit of everything. So we're just going to try and smack through it, get it done, get it registered, and then I can drive it to work. And I'm so excited. So let's get into it.
Огонь на подавление! Враг сзади по левому флангу! Противник на северо-востоке! Противник северо-запад! Противник на юге! Они атакуют с юго-востока! Новейший противник на юго-западе! Вражеская...
Alright, so here's my 1983 Lada Neva. People have asked me why a Lada. I said, well, people hate on them, they reckon they're crap and everything like that, but then they drive them and love them. So after seeing that, I had to have one. So I'll take you for a lap around it. I'm already not halfway, but I'm partially into this build. I've rebuilt the clutch, the brakes, I've redone the inner wheel wells. I've done the top end of the engine too. When I bought it, I was told that it was running. When I got it back, it wasn't. It had snap valves in it and everything like that. So I've redone the head, put that on, timed it up. Everything is good to go. Glenn rebuilt the carby. So I'm basically waiting on an ignition system to turn up, which I've already ordered from Russia. Some tail light lenses, everything like that. From what I understand, this car survived a bushfire. So it explains a lot of the damage that's on here now. From what I understand, it needs wheels, the lights and everything done, the wiring done, some interior bits, and there's two massive pinch points in the body that need to be done. Other than that, I'm pretty sure we should be able to get it on the road. Oh, and the exhaust. But you can buy a sports exhaust from Russia for 600 bucks. So I'll be doing that instead of making one. So I'll give you a tour and we'll see what you think. So as you can see, it's got the usual rust. The wheels aren't in the greatest shape. It's sat here already. My plans are to get rid of this trim down the side and all that, and we'll clean up the rust. We'll try and get these chrome bits off. So here's the damage. As you can see, from what I was told, it was backed. This was backed into a truck, but like not once. But I mean, if you bring it over here, twice. So I can't understand what happened there. But either way, you can see the lenses are melted. Everything's sort of in rough shape. I'll be taking the bars off and everything. The tailgate's pinched as well. I'll lower that down and show you. But I mean, it's got two fuel tanks, so it does have long range. This one I'm pretty sure isn't hooked up or working, but that one is. I actually have fuel in that at the moment. And yeah, so it's pretty basic. I mean, I even looked up the toolkit for these, and they basically tell you to keep a flat blade, a Phillips blade, keep a hammer and a shifter, or some call it a crescent wrench. But I mean, that's the basic toolkit of a Lada Neva, so I mean, it can't be too bad. So I'll lift the hood and I'll show you what's underneath. Alright, so here it is, the mighty 1600. It's manual 1600. You can see we've already got some lines. I only had blue on me at the time to put some lines on and everything like that. Brakes are redone, clutch is redone already, as I said. So it's got coolant in it, everything like that. Everything's all basically ready to go. I just need a good ignition system and to go through it and rewire it so we can get it to run and stay running. It's got a new battery, everything like that. It's all done, ready to go. But we'll strip this down and do the body work before I get into that. Since we got some time between the parts turning up for this and the truck, we'll just get into some body work and all that, because I'll be chopping and changing between the two. So it's pretty basic, carby fed, 1600, 4-cylinder, you know, as is. I mean, this side, it's not a cross-flow engine, so it's pretty basic, you know. Even on the other side, there's a ton of room, but I mean, you can't really do anything with it. I will be putting one of our 7th axis catch cans in here, and everything like that. I'll even put a fuel vapor breather, all sorts of stuff in here just to make it a bit more easier to work with. There is a cover that goes on there, that's in the boot. I've got a few things in the boot that I've got sitting aside. Alright, so that's the engine bay. Nothing too flash, but I mean, you know, I don't want flash after the truck's monstrosity. I just get something simple and let's go for it. So now I'll show you the interior. Alright, so here's the interior. It's nothing flash. You can tell it's been in a bit of strife with some heat. The wheel's all blistered and everything like that, but it does have a Boss kit on it, so I'll buy a new one of them. This seat's cracked, so I need to get another one of these, but the back of it's still good and the headrest is good. Same as that seat, the back and the headrest is still good, so I need to get another base one. I did have to dig out the ignition barrel, as you can see here, and I ordered a new one of them. I have jerry-rigged it to try and run it, but it's just not happening. So everything's all still here. The dash is severely cracked, but like I said, it's just got to be registered, so I'll put a dash mat on that because I'm pretty sure you can buy them. This is the center console for the stereo, heater controls and everything like that. They all still work. I did test this and everything like that. I don't know what goes in there, but we'll figure that out. And then this door trim needs redoing, so I'll pull all that off. I'll buy some new timber to go under it, and I'll re-glue that down, and that'll be great and all that. But it's so simple, like it is communism at its finest. So you've got high-low, you got your four-wheel and two-wheel, and then it's, you know, your manual transmission. So I mean, it is so simple, this car. It is unbelievable, and I am so excited to get into this, and I'm so excited to drive one. I've never driven one. So the way this came across was I always wanted to drive a Lada Niva, but I actually had a fan on our race page on Facebook message me, and he goes, I've got a Lada. And I'm like, you kidding me? And he goes, no, why don't you come out and have a look? And he was only 10 minutes away. So I drove over there and seen it, and I loved it. And I said to him, what are you asking for it? And he actually said to me, he goes, oh, give me 150, we'll call it even. I looked in my phone case and I just happened to have 150 bucks. So here I am with the Lada Niva that I'm going to restore and now turn into a daily. So the big selling point was the roof is still in good condition. Look at that, it's almost like a new lining, you know. So the mirror's a bit rough, so I'll clean that up. Like, I mean, it's far from perfect, don't get me wrong. This car is far from perfect. It actually, when I first picked it up and everything, we got it back and it smelled like a bum's nutsack. The left hand front tyre was locked up, the brakes were locked in it. It actually took 3 or 4 of us to push it off the trailer, and everything like that. And there's a few little bits and pieces that I've got to get, obviously door handle, you know, seat trims, some interior stuff. I am going to paint the outside in that Raptor coat. I just think, being Russian and made from old tank parts, it should have a hardy coating over the top. It'll be a similar colour. Instead of it being cream, it'll be that sandy tawny or whatever it is, whatever the Land Cruisers come in. So we'll clean it up, and then yeah, I'm just going to try and knock out those dents in the rear. Now, believe me, I'm a fabricator, but I'm no panel beater, so, you know, bear with me. So this is the cover that goes on top of the AC. I got the center console surrounds. I got another plastic piece. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's from a boat. This is the old ignition barrel that I had to take out. And then this in here is all, well, that's the air vent for up there, but I mean, we won't worry about that now. But I mean, this is all the old timing gear that I replaced. I did keep it all, wheel nuts and stuff like that, because I actually did find another one of these. We do wildlife rescue, so I actually, when we were releasing some kangaroos, I found another Lada Niva, and me and Glenn actually plan on turning that into a replica rally car, and it's going to have a turbo V6 in it. So that'll be the next one after this, more than likely, unless I find something else that's cool. So this is the project so far. Alright, so as you can see, here's the damage in the rear. The chrome trims are shot, the back end's shot, the tailgate's shot, but I mean, I'm going to try and rescue all this somehow. Like I said, I'm no panel beater, but I mean, I can work some stuff. So the rest of the hatch and everything seems to shut. It's just those corners, and I mean, it gets pretty close and everything. You know, you can see that there's some interference in here, everything like that. So I'll work this through. I'm going to start from the front and strip it. It's got some surface rust, so I want to get on top of that before it eats its way through the car. So I'll work from the front back. I'll strip it all down now. I'll take all the little bits and pieces, and then the bumper and bull bar and the rear bumper, and that'll come off. So it's ready to be sprayed, and then eventually I'll find some new wheels. I know some of the Kia wheels fit it. I'd like to find a set of original ones, so I'll put that up on the LADA page, and I'll search around, see if I can find anything. If you guys have something, let me know. And I'll get into this, and we'll start stripping it. So I'll start stripping it now.
Огонь на подавление! Враг сзади по левому флангу! Противник на северо-востоке! Противник северо-запад! Противник на юге! Они атакуют с юго-востока! Новейший противник на юго-западе! Вражеская...
Alright, so that'll do the teardown. Now we'll start getting into some body work. We'll start rubbing the rust down, edge prime it, and get it ready for paint. We'll knock those back corners out. So stay tuned. I'll get Rory to clean it now. That'll be in the next episode, and we'll start rubbing it back, getting it ready next episode. So, alright guys, I'll see you then.
Огонь на подавление! Враг сзади по левому флангу! Противник на северо-востоке! Противник северо-запад! Противник на юге! Они атакуют с юго-востока! Зависший противник!